Yeah, love, we've swapped your electrics out for brand new, yeah. All of it, oh yeah, yeah. What you really mean is you've taped that on halfway around. So what we're going to do today is start to look at things, figure out what's what, especially with electrics and plumbing. Crazy stuff, look. Look at that. That's one of the first things we're going to look at, see if we can work out what's what. Let's see if they left anything in here. Oh, brilliant. Oh, look at that. If your bottle won't fit, cut a hole in the shelf. I love the way they've papered the back of the cabinets. Lovely. Definitely not dangerous. So yeah, I think that's the theme in here, danger. So I think this is pretty much how all the walls are constructed. Plywood with timber. And this is what the wiring's like everywhere. I mean, it's just awful. Ah, yes. Wow. Straight out the book. Let's have a look at these electrics, see what's in this box, take the cover off these, and find out what that does. Yeah, pretty much what I thought. Brilliant. Brilliant. We've got one neutral supply and two lives. So that goes to the switch on the first landing. So let's go and have a look in that box and see if we're right that there's only two phases coming down. All right, so I've come up. The kitchen is just in there where we were. So I've come up the first stairs. So this is the top floor now of the flat, the ground floor flat. And this is the switch we've got. Nice. Right, bear in mind, if you ever take the covers off one of these, that's all live. Treat them all as live. That one, that one, that one, bottom and top row. No matter what this says, just treat it all as live, unless you've disconnected it at the meter. I can't stress that enough. This is French electrics, which is nuts. Can't. Where do I put this goddamn thing? So it's neutral, 1, 2, 3 phases. Then it must mean this one's neutral. Yep. For God's sake. Perfect example of French electrics. Let me show you. I've got neutral, live, 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 which means blue is live. Right, we're back here. So we are now one floor above that switch. Now just forget everything to the left. This meter, those fuses and this switch don't do anything. I'm just going to check in there to make sure, but that's a different account. This is the one we're interested in. So it's 3 phases, and neutral comes down into here through our main switch. I've recently had it upgraded to 12 kilowatts to the property, and they put this little tag on here that you're not supposed to cut or whatever, but to be honest, no one's going to go to the Bastille for that. Then this is the upstairs fuse box, but somewhere in here some wires go downstairs. Yes, I jest you not. So we've got to find those wires. So I'm pretty certain this won't take too much to get into, so let's have a look. Can you see that? Damaged conductors. And lots of them. I mean, that is a mess. You've got neutral and 3 blacks for the phases, which is fine colour wise, but then you've got smashed in a blue and a red on one phase only. Oh, by the way, if you can't fix it properly, just smash some wood screws in there. Bigger the better, really. Oh, we like a bit of tape. Looks like spaghetti. That really annoys me. Look at this. Oh, kind of works. Totally loose. Oh man. And obviously, look at this, right? Look at these. I have never seen that. They are main supplies in. I'm assuming the blue and the black are these two here, look. Just taped off. So anyway, back to what the original plan was. I want to find out where the supply to downstairs is from. Let's press this. So that should cut all power to the house. Basically what I need to do now is just get rid of this situation downstairs. Those cables look rough, this looks rough, and it all needs rewiring. Okay, so we want to disconnect downstairs. I've got a feeling this one, 2, 3 and that one there are all downstairs. So what I'm going to do is disconnect those, the larger ones, the blue, the black, 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 take that out and see if that cuts off downstairs. Wow, look at that. You can see the conductor in there, look. Nasty. Yeah, page 2 of the manual on French electrics. If you, this is going to be funny. Oh, if you damage the insulation while installing, correct procedure is obviously just tape it up, no problems. Okay, here we are, downstairs, 1 floor down. So, no, obviously I'm not going to get anything here as well. Nothing. The downstairs is disconnected. Right, so that's completely done with. I'll probably take probably keep the RCDs and these two here because they're quite new. The fuses are binned. Keep these two, and I'll keep this box because I might need that for a project I've got in mind at the other house. You want to have a look in there now, don't you? Hold on. And that's the top of the oven. Okay, so what have we got now? We've got a connection to one of the phases. Let's call that phase 1, S1, and a neutral. They go down here. Now, you think, wouldn't you, that they come straight into here, because this is the main RCD for the board. But I don't think that's quite correct. No. Why is that? And let's look for a second at this neutral. Look at the size of that wire compared to the size of the input on that. The colour of this red, this is the colour of that. So where does it go? Which brings us to this. There we are, look at this. Lovely. Oh yeah. So with this loop here, whatever comes through this big cable is going through there. Okay, so what I want to do is this little loop here takes all the power for all of these, including the water heater, the oven, all that kind of nonsense. So I'm going to put a little jumper in there with an extended loop on, so we can actually see how much current is going through that one piece of cable. 15.2 amps. My electric company is going to love me. But you can see all those little bits of cables at the top, and this is very hot to, ooh, it's hot to the touch. I think that's a bad connection in that one as well. Very useful bit of kit. That's the bathroom heater. 17. So this poor little loop has to deal with 17 amps, because once it gets to 20, it's another 3, it blows the main switch here. So this poor little thing. So what I'm going to do is, this is much more substantial. I think this is probably 4mm. So I'm going to, just for now, replace these with 4mm jumper wire instead. Okay, I just replaced these up to there with 4mm, just to be on the safe side. That's it for here. Just put the cover back on, and now we're all isolated downstairs. Go and do some demolition this afternoon. Yeah. If you guys can get your head around the orientation of where we are on the bottom floor, what do you reckon?